Hello everyone, pproteus here, back for another All Will Be One draft. We have opened a pretty fantastic pack here, where Rabble and Vorak Incubation Sac all are solid pick one pack ones. Duelist, Siphoner, and Basilic Shepherd also are up there. I want to take the rare because it's cool and I haven't played enough with this rare. I've heard it's also pretty strong. It does say draw 4 cards on it. And I like taking red cards, so I think it's not a huge cost to take this over maybe a slightly stronger green card. Pack 2, the strongest red card in the pack is like a Shrapnel Slinger, so that's not great. There's a gold card, but I don't want to commit to gold cards very quickly. And so the best cards here, I think, are the black and white ones, where Nimrod Paladin's pretty good. It's the Pestilent Siphoner, good toxic aggro card. Indoctrination Tenant, this is the one I'm going to take. The reason I am taking it, I don't think it's necessarily stronger than Nimrod Paladin, but I do think red-white is a whole lot better than red-black. So I will lean in that direction for sure. In this pack, we see probably the strongest card here is Cankerbloom. That card is pretty neat, and I'm a huge fan of 2-mana 3/2s. The rare is definitely playable, but definitely not as good as Cankerbloom. And I think the biggest choice here is, do you want to take the Cankerbloom, or do you just want the best white card in the pack, Crawling Chorus? And I think it's got to be the Crawling Chorus over the Cankerbloom, because I do in fact like drafting white poison. I think this early in the draft it doesn't really matter if it doesn't work out or not. We can just take it and be fine either way. Same thing with the Cankerbloom. You know, we're not really going to miss the Cankerbloom. Although it would definitely be good if we end up playing a green deck and we end up with it. I had a thought in my head, but the thought has disappeared because I've been past Koth Fire Resistance. So this is a little bit strange because Koth is, in my view, better than every common in the set, and probably almost every uncommon as first pick, and yet 2 people have taken commons over it. That is very strange and indicates that probably no one in the 3 people to the right are in red, because they would have taken the Koth. So I'm slamming this, and we're playing red. That's what's gonna happen. Back to this pack, you see again no red cards at all, and I think my interpretation of the summary here is that this is just a weak pack for red, and we just haven't been seeing it because there aren't any cards, and not because everyone's taking them, because somebody would have slammed this red Planeswalker if that were the case. The strongest cards in this pack are definitely the white ones. Bladed Ambassador, Charge the Mighty Flaunting Raptor. I'm going to take Bladed Ambassador because red-white is a more like mid-rangey, not so toxic deck, and assuming that we're in red, we're going to be one of these, the most fair card, which is, this card's pretty good. Next pack, Easy Axiom Engraver. This card is, I think, like in the top 10 commons in the set. People don't respect it, as you can tell because it's going this light. It's great. It's a great card. It's underrated. Here we're going to take a Furnace Strider, taking over Tyvar Stand, which is a strong enough green card that it probably shouldn't be going this light. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should have taken that Cankerbloom earlier. I'm not sure what I would have taken in the Bladed Ambassador pack though if I had gone the Cankerbloom route. This rare is, fine. I like fixing, but it's not good. It's not a surprise that it's gone that slight. I would like a second Axiom Engraver. That seems fine. Let's pull that in. Here we have really nothing. These colorless cards are not playable. Basilic Shepherd or Skull Bomb is playable, but I'd rather not. Expand the Sphere, terrible card. And then these 2 cards are fine, but we have not been looking at any blue or black cards so far. I'll take a red card in pick 10 because red card's wheeling. Somebody might take that as a signal. Same thing with this card. Centurion, I would rather not end up in my deck. I don't think that any of these blue cards are signals, so I'm really just taking the red card so that nobody thinks, ooh, red is open. If I remember correctly, I think there was one red card in this pack, in the first pack, that did not wheel, one Axiom Engraver. So I guess there's at least somebody respecting the red cards. Next pack, oh boy, this is something. We've opened Kaito Dancing Shadow. Kaito is a strong card, but as I just said, I have not seen any indication that blue or black cards are good, so I'm not going to be taking it here. Seems like that might be a mistake for me to do so. Other options, Unctuous Retrofitter, very strong card. There's another Attendant here. I think I have to just take this full charge. I do want to say I'm not really married to the idea of playing white, even though I have 3 pretty good white cards. If it turns out that blue or green are open, then we'll go do that instead. Not super attached to it either way. If we come to the next pack, I think the strongest card in this pack is Duelist of Deep Faith. At least the strongest in terms of I'm wanting to play this red-white deck. Blade-Graph Aspirant is pretty good for the equipment deck, which red-white is supposed to be the equipment deck, but we don't have any equipment. There is an equipment here, but it's kind of medium. It's rare. The rare is good, but it's good in Toxic Aggro in particular. Not good here. I'm going to take the 2-drop. It's just hard to go wrong with 2s. You need enough 2s. If a deck doesn't have enough 2s, it's going to be bad. I'm just going to take this, and hopefully that will be good enough. Next pack, I see an Ichorplate Golem, which catches my attention over kind of everything else. There's a Shrapnel Slinger, which is a quite good 2-drop, but we're not really needing 2-drops. So because this pack has other interesting cards in it, I don't want to slam that. There is another 2-mana 2/3, but this one is, even though it's synergistic with artifact equipment synergies that we don't have, that basically the Golem's hitting synergies that we do have. Finisher is an equipment card, which ostensibly is the red-white deck, but we have not seen any of that whatsoever. So I will pretend we didn't see that. Pick 4 is interesting. We have a Hex Gold Hoverwings. It's asking the question, do I want to take the white card, or do I want to just take the almost as good red card and stay open? And I have chosen, I'm going to take the white card. This card is a little bit too good. Unctuous Retrofitter would be a really good reason to be in blue, and honestly, we're not passing much. I think I'm just going to take the Retrofitter. This isn't really a Retrofitter deck, because what this asks of you is asks you to play 2-cost artifacts, and we don't have any of those. But we could get some. I am not happy to see this right after having passed that Chimney Rabble, but so it goes. That's life. Next pack, I'm going to take a Chimera here. Don't see any cards I want to play in red-white particularly, and a very good card for the Unctuous Retrofitter deck. So I will slam that one down. Next pack, there is a Facade, which, you know, I like lands that do things. It puts counters on a Flamestoker, on the Axiom Engraver, on the Cackler, on the... It's pretty good. It synergizes with a lot of things. I'm going to take it. I'm taking it over the Synthesizer. Synthesizer definitely a card that you want if you're in the blue deck, and we will need 2-drops if we are in the blue deck. But it's not that bad. Once again, failing to see any white cards at all. I'm going to take Augury. Augury is pretty excellent in the oil decks because of the proliferating. I'm going to take Retrofitter again over Churning Reservoir. I know that we don't have the payoffs yet for it, and we do have the payoffs returning reservoir. No, I should play it safe. I should play it safe. We have the payoffs returning reservoir. I'm just gonna take it. Though I will finish the sentence that I started there, which is I will finish the sentence there that I started, which is that I was pretty excited to see these retrofitters, and I will actually be taking cheap artifacts aggressively so that I can use them. But I think in the pack 2 there, it became pretty obvious which colors open. The answer being not white. Not white. So let's try this again. We got one pack left, Rip Chimney Rabble, in which to fix this deck. Some 2-drops would be probably pretty good. I don't hate a Fuseling. We got two Auguries, an Ichorplate Golem, and a Monument Facade, which means that just anything that says oil counters, probably pretty good. So I'm going to take this card. I think it's going to be good because it says oil counters on it. And especially this would be good with some cards that we don't have, but we kind of might be likely to get. Next pack, I see Serum Snare, which is tempting because we have kind of no removal at all, just 1 Volt Charge. I could take a 3rd Axiom Engraver. I do really like Axiom Engraver, but I think the pick here is the Serum Snare because we do really need interaction. Next pack, I see a Hazardous Blast. Definitely really want exactly 1 Hazardous Blast because we don't have any interaction, but we are also missing some 2-drops, so I will take a Synthesizer. I think this is a pretty synergistic card for the deck. Bam. Barbatterfist. There's the card I wanted for the Unctus's Retrofitters. There's also a Mesmerizing Dose. Maybe we should take Mesmerizing Dose instead because we need removal. But we also need 2s. I've got 4 1s. That doesn't really count. That just lets me lower the curve. Definitely want to take the 2. Here we're going to take a Thrumming Bird over Furnace Strider. Thrumming Bird sometimes a bit medium if you are behind on board. But if you're not, it can be kind of great. So I'm going to take it pretty highly. Take Axiom Engraver. I know I'm passing a good 3, but you don't need 3s as much as you need 2s. I want to have 6 2s. I think we finally got there. There's a Rabble. I love Rabble. Ooh, here's another Rabble, but there's also a Mobilizer. Mobilizer's removal, so we have to take that. Get in here. Next pack has Cacophony Scamp. Do we have any ways of taking advantage of that? I don't think so. I think this is really weird. I think I might take Quicksilver Fisher because it fits the shape of the deck better. I'm not sure if that means I've done something wrong because it's usually not a card you want to be taking, and maybe I was taking the 2s too highly and that's why I got into this spot. Maybe, no comment. Here there is a Divination. We can take a Divination. Are we going to play that? Not sure. Shrapnel Slinger, definitely might play that one as well. I'll have to take a look at this curve. Prophetic Prism could be played so that we could play the Retrofitter. I'm sad that we got none of the blue Spell Bomb. And now it's time to build the deck. Okay, I think I know what I want to do here. So Glistener Cell, often I play in this deck because it you need cheap plays, and it's a cheap play that blocks well and uses oil. But in this case, we get so many 1s and 2s, I think it is not necessary. And I've changed my mind about the Fisher. It's just not good enough. So get out of there. And then I'm going to play, all 3 Engravers. I am playing this 1 Divination. Divination is not exciting, but I think given the 3 Engravers for kind of like filtering bulk card advantage will be good, and we kind of need to make up for having a lack of top end. So I think this just might be better than the Fisher. Because, Fisher is like a big portion of this card is the loot, and we just don't need more looting. Because we have plenty. And I'm going to play both of these tap lands again as part of trying not to flood in case the Axiom Engravers die. Let's try this and see how it goes. I am medium happy with this deck. I wish I had committed to not white earlier. Passed definitely a couple good cards because I was busy taking white cards that didn't end up in the deck. I am pretty sad about that. Sand seems fine. I wish I had a 3, but we're probably going to be wishing we had a 3 a lot because this curve really didn't end up quite the way I was hoping. I can play a 2-drop here, and I don't know, I think this rare is kind of powerful. So I'm just going to blow it up, even though my thing is bigger than their thing. I don't really need them having that around. That was a great draw, so I want to play this tap land right here. And just no need to play Divination. I want to save the Divination for when I have the Chimera. Opponent does nothing. They don't do anything. I'm going to Chimney Rabble them. Just hit them in the face. Opponent has Plague Nurse at 3/4. Doesn't do much else, but it is a 3/4. And here I have the choice of, do I go Koth plus, or do I'd probably just Koth plus. This seems pretty safe. I don't know. And I think I actually want to play the land immediately, even though I could loot it away. But some combination of trying to turn on cost -3 and trying to double spell next turn make me happy about doing it this way. Koth has been disrupted and may not be attacking anytime soon. That's probably fine. I can discard this Engraver to draw a card. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to be a tiny bit patient. I'll play the Flyer. Start putting counters on it. I'm going to get 1 here. Next turn we get more, and then remove 3 counters to draw a card. Unfortunately, it deals 3 damage, and they have a 3/4. But it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. Okay, opponent's got another 3/4. Do wish I had Hex Gold Slashes to punish these guys, but I do not. Thrumming Bird. Okay, so playing the Immobilizer and tapping something doesn't really work. Because they have something else to go with it. So I'm going to play it that way, draw the 2. I believe I want to play the Axiom Engraver out rather than hold it in my hand. I think it is just the more things we get on the board, the more threatening this whole situation is for the opponent. The opponent is going to have to eventually deal with things. I do want to say Arena is kind of funny sometimes. I like how there's this full art here that you can see in the small Koth. You can't see in the big Koth. There's these hands coming up under him. What's happening to those hands? I don't know. Want to zoom in? You can't tell. I would like to double block. Do I want to double block? I mean, I was thinking I want to do it this way, because the opponent didn't attack previously, and that was making me think that they didn't have a trick. So now the fact they're doing it, if they don't have a trick, this is really good. But, you know, if they do have a trick, then this attack seems kind of dumb, and I would like to punish them by attacking back. On the other hand, they might just have like a 6/6, so this seems fine. I guess I can tap a 6/6. I don't know. Like, I assume if they have a combat trick, the combat trick was going to get me on their turn if they tried to block. So, I don't want to worry. I don't want to worry too much about it. Oh, infectious bite. Okay. Sure. Oh, I'm kind of glad they're not removing, like, my Chimera. So they got a 1-for-1 with the bite. I got a chump block with my 1/1, and I took 3 poison. And that was their entire turn. That wasn't a very productive turn. So I do have to be careful about dying to poison, because if I just let them hit me with all 3 of these guys, then I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 poison, and then that's up to 9. I could just die to like Contagious 4-act proliferating. That would be bad, so I'm going to attack, but not attack with not attack with the Engravers. Engravers are staying back to block. Opponent lets me deal 7 to them, then proliferate onto 6 different things, including you can proliferate onto the facade, which is very fun. I would like to draw a card. I could turn a mobilizer into bolt. No, I don't want to do that. I put this on here. Oh, we're gonna have a fun time with this Storming Bird. It seems kind of incredible. Okay, you coming in? So this is threatening 4 poison. I can just take 4 poison though. It's fine. 3 poison. Opponent is dead on board. What do they have? What do they have? Ooh. Churning Reservoir, eh? I like that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I want to get in with... So, okay. I asked myself this. What could they have as an instant here that stops them from dying? And the answer I can think of is they could charge the Mites of the Throwing Bird. So I need to attack for more than 7. They could also have Vanish into Eternity, or whatever that 6-mana instant is called. So they vanish the Furnace Strider, take 4, go to 3, and then I can activate Chimera to deal the last point of damage. Ah, there we go. They literally did have Vanish into Eternity. But I think we're pretty fine, because we get to... Wait, does Chimera hit face? Oh, Chimera doesn't hit face. Shoot. I thought it did. Okay. I'm going to play Immobilizer. This should be at least mildly helpful. Activate Chimera here. Could discard this to deal 3 to a creature or planeswalker. No, I don't want to do that. What do I want to do? Probably just keep playing these lands, because we got like 2 sack lands. We'll be fine. Put another counter on the Chimera. activate this and make a 1/1. Here we go. I think everything's under control. If they have 2 removal spells, okay, there's one. They have 2 removal spells and then also a proliferate I could die. That seems like, how are they going to do that? We will be tapping down this Plague Nurse. I'm just going to block the Might, get it off the board. Spends 3 to deal 1 more poison. It's 8 poison, and concede. Sweet. Okay. Cool. Let's move on. Let's do match 2. Match number 1 was just about how I expected things to go. Opponent didn't do a good job of curving though, so I suspect we are going to end up with some closer games of that when the opponent makes me do some blocking in the early turns, you know? We can keep this. Once again, we've drawn both tap lands, making me look silly for my decisions. I'm sure some of you are watching at home being like, well, this is why you don't play all these tap lands in your decks. But it's fine. It's fine. It's got Malgador's Watcher Island. So, yeah, that really could be any flavor of blue deck. Do I want to go Flamestoker or do I want to go Axiom Engraver? I think the Engraver might actually be better. We might draw another 2. We might draw something we want to loot. Very well might loot the Distorted Curiosity. Ah, okay, it is blue-white. I very much would like to go Chimney Rabble on turn 4, followed by Furnace Strider on turn 5. So what does that mean I need to do here? Nothing, I guess. I guess just nothing. I really want to make sure we're hitting land so I can get everything out of my hand so I can activate Flamestoker. But at the same time, it's going to be really tempting to try to use these cards to turn on the Flamestoker, and those are going to draw more action. I think I'm not going to use the Engraver here, but I understand the temptation. Next turn. Start with the Chimney Rabble. See what they do. Because if they want to tap the 3/3 preemptively, and that's fine, will help protect their life total, but not by that much. Let's go to combat. See if opponent can make a decision. Okay. Extra step for 2. If opponent manages to animate the eye, I can chump. I have noticed that the opponent has played a basic forest, which is not a normal card to see in the blue-white artifact deck. So I'm a little bit wondering about that. If they don't mind using their immobilizer charges, they could spend 1, tap the 1/1, make sure they get in for damage. I don't really recommend that one though. Well, they did it. If they pass the turn like this, they probably have Chrome Prowler, Flash Cat. Oh, they have Divination. Okay. And this is tapped. I'm going to attack with Rabble and with Engraver. I mostly just want to tempt them into blocking. Nope. I like when they take damage. I will be chomping the Amalgamator here, assuming they use the Immobilizer on the Furnace Strider. Beyond that, I am not sure what I'm going to do. Filigree Silex. That is actually kind of problematic. They can tap the Furnace Strider and then sack the Silex to kill the token. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked the Engraver, so I could jump with it. Or maybe I will have to jump with this guy. That seems very possible. Wow, they're actually doing it. Very brave. Okay, that does explain it. I'm all of a sudden much less happy with my choices. I don't want to be going to 3. Maybe wish I had done something differently. Let's see what the deck's got. Think I'm gonna have to start with the Augury. Serum Snare. This is vaguely interesting. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to take Serum Snare. Definitely proliferate onto all those. And I'm going to attack with... Yeah, maybe I can get them to trade Flamestoker for Watcher. Is that a good trade? Probably isn't a good trade. Alright, so I'm going to attack just with the Rabble. No, maybe it was. Maybe I should have made that trade. It just seems wrong, but maybe it's not wrong. Okay, so I wanted to see if I was going to be able to do that. It didn't let me do that, so I will bounce on with Serum Snare, get the counter from the trigger, and then proliferate and get some more counters. And then loot. If I was sure that I wasn't going to be chumping with the Engraver, I would have done that a little differently. But I wasn't sure. So I felt like I needed to keep that blocker back. Alright, and now we've arrived at the question, how are we going to not lose immediately? Yikes. So I can sack the Flamestoker, discard my hand for 3 mana, draw 4. I can go Discord of Curiosity, draw 2, and then Flamestoker for 2. So I'm spending 2 more mana to hit 2 more cards. Yeah, let's try that. That auto tapper, that doesn't quite seem like the right way to tap. I have a Malcator's Watcher in the deck, right? Wait, that doesn't save us because of the Immobilizer. Alright. Alright, I've seen enough. They got me. There were some very interesting decision points there, and I think I quite messed them up. I wish I had traded damage a little bit less, and that's kind of like a recurring theme in Red-Blue. And I was hoping that this deck would honestly not have that theme, because it does have quite a low curve. I was thinking maybe I would get to be aggressive, but maybe not. We're gonna snap kick this. Seems pretty great to me. Love the combo of 2 into 2 into Koth. Koth draws mountains, discard them to Accident Engraver. Everything will seem right in the world. Forest Surgical Spellbomb. Ooh, a 1-drop. Do you like 1-drops? Might be, depending on what happens, might be tempted to sack something to kill that Spellbomb. No, I don't want to do that. My things are too valuable. And it's going to be a while before I play anything worth killing. Very interested to see opponent is attempting to do green-blue things. Not the best color combination in the format. Got anything else interesting in there? Oh, they do Thirsting Roots. They're going straight for the proliferate. Wow. Okay. I think I've decided I want a Shrapnel Sling. I already know what I'm doing next turn, so I don't need to engrave quite yet. I think I'm doing being Koth and then almost certainly minus to kill the synth. That's annoying. Should I minus to kill that instead? I don't think so. I could plus. I don't think I really want to do the plus either. I'm going to kill the synthesizer because it is larger. I don't think this deck will have that much difficulty dealing with a 2-3. And I don't have any poison yet, so I'm not worried about getting proliferated out. And maybe the desire to spend mana proliferating will stop them from being efficient with their mana. They do only have 3 cards, though. Oh, that's something. It's pretty neat. We're low on cards, but between the Augury and the Flamestoker and the Engraver, we're actually not low on cards. Unless they have a removal spell, this Flamestoker is going to go off. They could pay 2 to proliferate, but no counters that they actually would want to do that for. Activate Engraver. Okay. Cackler? Cackler seems great on this board. Cackler is... it's a 4/3 Trampler. It's got as much attack as their whole team put together. What's your last card? What is it? Copper Longlegs. Wow. They can now proliferate that 1 poison counter. Oh, they did. Let's see what's in the deck. Of course. Yes, please. I'd like 2 more of those. On top. So if I attack with this as a 4/3, they're going to go block, block, block. I can trade it for like Synth and Watcher, but that's it. That doesn't seem right. So I'm going to play the Chimera. And then do I want to play a land? I think I do. Let's try doing it this way. See what happens. Alright, Mono has played a rare that I'm relatively unfamiliar with. 2-mana artifact, tap, put a counter on it. It taps for mana if it has 2 or more counters on it, and taps to draw a card if it has 5 or more counters on it. Nothing. You're out of stuff. Good, good, good. Curiosity. So we get a counter here, counter there. Oh. The Cackler now attacks as a 5/3. We really want to get it up to 6. So it can kill 2 different 3 toughness things at the same time. Vault Charge. Volt Charge can actually turn on the Chimera. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's do it now. Volt Charge this Observer. Gonna activate the Chimera here. Draw a card, and do I want to discard? Yeah, I do. That's a great one. I was hoping for something that I wouldn't feel guilty about not getting to play. Destroy the other thing with Evasion. And, oh, I should have played this turn in Reservoir first. Oops, I definitely shouldn't have attacked with the Flamestoker. Yeah, that was just a misclick. I totally didn't mean to click attack with all, just the button it's right there. Sometimes I click on it by accident. It's Arena for you. If they double block, I will activate the Flamestoker. This block, fine. Whatever. Interesting. And yeah, I also have walked into the Quench card. Better not have that. I could keep the Reservoir in my hand to play around them having removal for the Flamestoker, but it seems like a little bit too good. If I keep the Reservoir, if I put it on the battlefield, I get a free counter on the Chimera, and that counter might turn into a card draw, so seems like a big thing to have to give up on. Oh wow, they actually had the punish. They actually had it. But I also feel quite far ahead. Maybe it doesn't matter. We can keep this. Oh, that was okay. That rare that's a little far away. A little bit far away. So don't worry about it too much. It needs 5 counters before it starts actually doing anything. I've heard the card is like fine though. I'm not really sure what you need in your deck to have it be fine, but I think in some decks it's fine. Because I keep playing against it and keep ending up in scenarios where it ends up drawing cards. Probably pretty good if you have a churning reservoir, for example. That troll is probably just going to have to trade for this cackler. Is this good? I'm not really sure what this is. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here. I know I'm not using the Chimera, but I want to spread out these counters. Get an extra damage. That's fine. I'm gonna make the trade right now before they do something fancy with the troll. I have to attack with both, because if I don't attack with the cackler, then they will double block and not take the 1 point of trample damage. Play the top land. Make a goblin. Here you go. Hopefully we can end the game before they get 5 counters on that. Hopefully. If we can't, this might get a bit harder. I wonder if you can hear that. Somebody driving past with a motorcycle. So they may be putting, they may be able to prevent Chimera from attacking, but they cannot prevent me from activating this ability. Ooh, Thrumming Bird. So, Throwing Bird can put counters on Chimera. Probably pretty good at that, but it can't attack if they have the long legs. So I'm going to use this Chimera right now, try to shoot this long legs. I can discard Batter Fist. Batter Fist would be good, honestly. Possibly as good as the Throwing Bird, or better. But I like the idea of being able to remove it. Go away. Okay, they got their 5th counter. I'm going to hold the Facade in hand to be a surprise. Here you go. So there are 8. I don't think we can quite get enough counters on the Synthesizer to kill in 2 turns, but it is possible. Well, definitely if they don't play a blocker or like another troll to gain life, they are going to die fairly quickly. I'm just not sure they're going to die quickly enough. What do you have? This is an interesting one. Probably interesting to me mostly because I never play against blue-green because it's bad. Card quality here seems fine. Not a huge fan of copper long legs, but as you can see, if you're in a deck that's focused on blocking, it is, it does its job. It's quite good at blocking things like 2/4 flyers, holding back 1/1 tokens. It's fine. Okay. Alright, adding Synthesizer to the list of things that will not be attacking. I think we just put counters on this Chimera. Counter on the Chimera. Ooh, Furnace Strider? Well, hold up here. So Furnace Strider can give itself haste. And then we can attack with everything. We're short a counter here. So I guess I messed up. If I played the Facade and put a counter on it there, I would be activated here and probably win. But not have to wait a turn. But anyways, I can attack with everything, because if they block Engraver, they go to 1. Okay, fine. I don't want to sack Engraver to deal 2 damage. Don't want to sack a Goblin token to deal 1 damage. Counters. I should have played that pre-combat. What on earth was I doing? Draw a card. That might be a good one to have, but I can't resist getting the bolt right now. Did I have a play there where I could make a 1/1 and then use the Furnace Strider to get the 1/1 haste? And then if they block a 1/1, they take exactly lethal? Did I miss? And then that would force them to jump with the Furnace Strider. They're playing Font of Progress. Wow, they're serious about their control plan. And that is almost going to kill me. But not quite. Got him. Wow, that was a long one. We are now 3-0. Sweet. Look, let's just say I enjoy the card Churning Reservoir. I think it is dumping oil counters everywhere. Actually pretty fun. Playing against Rock Fight. What on earth is this? I'm gonna keep this out of scientific interest. It is a little bit sketchy though. Just a little bit. Oh, okay. Problem solved. Much less sketchy now. I was gonna say, I guess the problem is I have to augury try to hit a mountain and then right. Just be grumpy about that the whole way. But we have a 2-drop into a red source. Everything's fine. I can actually think about not casting the augury here. The augury is like 2 counters on Chimera. And we don't actually need it right now. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's just let that happen. I'm going to be much less impressed if they have another Vraska's Fall. But this by itself, probably pretty good. Do you have it? Please don't. Please don't have it. They had it. Okay. I'm going to have to cast this Divination. Looking for kind of anything that applies pressure, because it is now turn 6 and we have not really done anything. Oh dear. Now that's just excessive. I think I take the augury here. So what we need to do is we need to play a creature that doesn't trade poorly versus Vraska's Fall, where, you know, this guy trades extremely poorly. We got lots of counters. I think we can do this just fine. I should have played this out so I could proliferate onto it. This is like the second time I've made this mistake. Wasn't thinking about it. Why have they tapped like this? I think I want to play the Engraver here. Okay, that resolved really fast. I'm going to go for Furnace Strider then. I guess the reason they did it this way is that they have exactly one black source. Well, that's really annoying. I'm doing it again. I can take advantage of that counter to loot the surgical way. You know, we're just going to loot anyways. It was just going to take a long time. We can do it fast here. But yeah, this is happening. Do I care more about tapping the Siphoner? Usually, like, black decks in this format. Yeah, I'm going to tap the Siphoner. I'm at 20, but that would be my 5th poison counter. Engraver. Not a bad time to draw Engraver. Again, not going to feel bad about doing this. Uh-oh. Got him down to 2. Cough. Yeah, give me that cough. Okay, so we can play this. We can minus and like, yeah. Let's minus. Let's do the minus. So we can kill one of the Siphoners right now. And then pass. Don't do anything. Opponent plays like a cat, and we end up in trouble. But this is okay. We can manage this. I don't like this. I'm gonna block. Don't like the implications. Boo. Up to 5 poison. They got another 1/1. I'm going to activate this furnace. See if we hit something good. That is miraculously potentially good. I also think I want to be using this. Put a counter on Ichor Plate. And how do I want to do this? I can attack with Ichor Plate, I think. It's a little bit awkward in some ways. I wish I could have used this. But I'm going to tap the Siphoner. Just try not to take poison. I will block here because they let me do it last time and it turned out fine. Don't kill me. Ooh. Serum Snare. That is probably going to be good. Probably. Take a mountain. cast Turning Reservoir. Okay, that worked. Activate Engraver. Okay, that worked. This kills an artifact. These two aren't. I don't want to kill that. That seems not worth it. We're doing okay. Somehow doing okay. Wow. Oh no. I don't like this. Let's see if they want to send them at Koth or not. Oh, okay, they just have Glare. I think Glare means I want to Serum Snare. Wait, I can Serum Snare to save the Koth. Yeah, actually, that sounds... I want to save the Koth. That sounds good to me. They just tapped out, so I got a 7 poison here. But then I get to go Reservoir, put a counter on Immobilizer, and Koth eats Siphoner. Okay, dealt with that guy. And sure, why not play Cackler? And in fact, why not use Facade right here? And Cackler can attack a whole bunch into that guy. And we will be using Immobilizer to tap the Watcher, save Koth. Oh boy, what a... This is a board state. This is real gameplay right here. Oh no. 8 poison. Oh no, Thrumming Bird. Okay, so I think I'll allow all of that. This is going to put a counter on Cackler, just to increase the amount of attacking we can do. Ooh, Chimney Rabble. This is a little bit exciting. Now plus Koth. Draw a mountain, then immediately discard the mountain. So the reason Chimney Rabble is exciting is because it can kind of attack through Curator. I have to use up this counter on the Facade. I think that's probably worth it. Also, this is a lot of trample. Oh no, Chrome Prowler. Boo. I'm still attacking with the Rabble, but this is not nearly as good as I was hoping. Maybe I could have done better. Well, I'll play this guy out. I'm running out of cards in deck. And I'm going to use Immobilizer to tap Throwing Bird so I do not take poison. Oh, they conceded! Oh my goodness. That was something. Was that a premature concession? So, this Cackler, we're going to be able to put this counter on the Immobilizer after using 1. So we would have had 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would have been a 7 power Trampler. So if those are just 2 lands, we could clearly attack with a 7 power Trampler. And then, like, everything else. And they are definitely dead if they have no interaction. So yeah, okay, not crazy, not a crazy concession if they just have 2 lands. But wow, that was a game. Yeah, that was something. That was very exciting. Hoping for more games like that. I like it when the opponents keep me on my toes. This hand seems fine. It's got some issues, but it's hard for me to turn away 1 into 2. And when the 2 is engraver, then that can fix some of the issues, assuming it lives. Might not, might just get countered. Oh man, that's good against, that is good against my game plan. Pity. I guess that is the problem with Fuseling. Presumably is why a lot of people say bad things about it. I don't think I need to play a 4 on time. I think I'm going to go Flamestoker, play a land, and just pass here. I appreciate that the opponent didn't hit a 3rd land on time, but we just had no way of capitalizing on that. Furnace Strider is the plan for eventually improving this position, but it will take a little while. Could be worse. Ooh, I could get Acre Plate. The responsible thing to do is probably to take a land, but this is too funny. Ooh. No, this is just too funny. I've got to do this. I like being able to press damage versus the player who is using their anticipate to hit a 3rd land rather than develop to the board. Okay, they are offering wait, this isn't a trade. Do I want to kill the Watcher? Yeah, I probably do want to kill the Watcher. I thought they were double blocking the Fuseling at first. I don't like that I'm giving them the draw, but I also immediately complained about it, so might as well give it to them. Okay, Raptor has come down. We may have to stop the attacks as soon as they started. Can activate Engraver. Is there blue-red? We're playing a blue-red mirror. I wouldn't hate, like, if I top deck a land, I can immobilize her. And that's really good. So I'm just going to dig 1 shot here. Yeah, we can do this. This is acceptable. that was a little tiny bit premature. We were only attacking for 5 there, but I'll take it. Not complaining. Not complaining. That was pretty funny playing the mirror. Both people are stuck on mana. I kept a very similar hand, so I'm feeling like because that one worked out, I should keep this one too for consistency's sake. I don't hate the third island, even though I wish that were a mountain. Don't hate it because I would like to cast Acreplate Golem. Yeah, so playing against poison again, I'm afraid of Complete Devotion. Part of me really, really wants to play red cards so we can get the red cards out of the hand, but I don't think we're actually supposed to do that. I think I'm going to play Acreplate, and I'm just not going to block if they attack. I like my creatures. I think they have a trick as well. And there's not really a payoff that is super scary at the moment, though we could definitely get to that position very, very quickly. Here, I'm just going to keep playing creatures and continue not blocking. Take damage. Pow. You can Flamestoker and Throwing Bird, and hopefully no Whispers are happening over there, but presumably they either don't have a swamp or don't have a Whisper, or they would have tapped their mana differently. Oh man. So they had the Whisper. We're going to be corrupted no matter what, so I think I will just take it. Also, I played the wrong thing. I meant to play the Reservoir, but I accidentally played the Flamestoker instead. Let's start with Augury. More because I want to dig than for real sequencing reasons. Cackler makes a lot of sense. Submit those counters. I will attempt to raise. Is this going to work out? Probably not, but I do like that the opponent is not capable of doing very much at the moment. And here I think this is a pretty nice block because now they have to spend their complete... Now I'm forcing them to use the Complete Devotion to save it instead of playing a blocker. Oh shoot, that was a great blocker. That sucks. Erg. Okay. I'm gonna play Cackler because it is large and hopefully scary. Crawling Core is fine. Hoping the opponent can't attack. If they can, either we can block in such a way that Complete Devotion isn't a blowout, or we get something somehow. Anyway, this would be a 4/3 attacker, or it can just block nicely. Rabble can't attack nearly as... No, I'm attacking with this Cackler. I'm not doing this for the purpose of trying to I'm sure I could do more damage with it later, but I like being able to remove the opponent's stuff. We took 2 more poison, but we were going to take those anyways. That isn't a huge cost. Reservoir here. That's a 3rd counter on the Synthesizer. Unfortunate, we're still a little slow. I'm going to play this land. Do I want to attack with the Chimney Rabble? It just doesn't help very much. I think we're going to have to win this game by turning the Synthesizer on. Here, put the counter on the Flamestoker or on the Synthesizer? Probably the Synthesizer. Don't mind if I do. So that's 8 there. And this Volt Charge. That's annoying. Let's see if they attack. They don't really have any great attacks, though. I still think I want to do this because my game plan is entirely revolved around using this Flamestoker. Because my guy died, I get to make another token, get another one, and here we go. This into this. Flamestoker time. Interesting. Okay, no, this isn't useless. I was hoping for better, but it's not useless. Ooh, they can bounce their Evangelist. I can put counters on the Fuseling. I can also kind of just buff these guys. I would like something that blocks the Attendant well, so probably doing this. That is definitely not terrible. So we can go Koth here. Koth can deal 2, or we can just plus and kind of say this guy is going to ultimate very, very shortly. Your move, for example, I could ultimate next turn, thanks to a proliferate. And then just 2 mountains, that's going to be lethal damage. So show me what you got. Are you just sending them all in? Alright, they are in fact all being sent in. You can block like here. This looks like a mess. Why? I'm having trouble seeing. Oh, okay, there we go. So this bounces. This is a chump. This is a trade. These 2 things are getting eaten. This is also trade. All of this seems fine. So I'm gonna let this happen and see if they have an instant. Thing is, they could have Evangelist to kill the Ichorblight Golem pre-combat, and they didn't do that. That makes me a little bit suspicious. Like, why? Why did they not do that? Also, another thing that's going on is they need to be prepared for this guy to be extremely large. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe that's their plan, to Evangelist it. No. You're joking. I'm going to bounce Chimney Rabble. So they gain 5 life there. Why? Oh, shoot. I forgot that I couldn't get... Okay. Moving on, I suppose. I was thinking I would get to proliferate, but it didn't really matter because since they gain the life, I'm going to have to remove... So I can take at most 2, so I have to remove / block 3 of them, and that means 4 because this Evangelist is going to remove a blocker. So this is 1, 2, 3. Yes, actually I do want to sacrifice a creature. I'm going to sacrifice this 1/1 because they were going to attack and make the trade anyways. And then yeah, so if we let them just play the Evangelist, kill 1, attack and I take 3. So I have to minus Koth in order to not die. I cannot activate Churning Reservoir. Have to pass. Here's the Evangelist. Evangelist eats Rabble. They can hit me up to 9 poison, which potentially is close enough to lethal, depending on if they have another proliferate or poison granter somewhere. Oh, interesting. They're attacking everybody at Koth? Wow. Okay. I would like my Koth to not die, all things considered, all other things being equal. We can actually take damage from the Evangelist, and it won't be the end of the world. Sack Surgical Bay. Help me out here, deck. That was not all helpful. Go. White Sun Zenith is kind of extremely strong. We are going to lose Koth here. Right, of course this is going for Koth because the damage on my face, as I just said, doesn't do anything. I'm going to eat a 1/1 and Koth is gone. Up to 8. They have 3 cards in hand and still have 2 of these. Yikes. Oh no. That's a disaster. That's going to get probably... I thought I was going to get the Death Toucher, but... okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Alright, got me. (4/2)? Is that okay? It's not the worst. Not the worst at all. Let's see if we can get to 5. This seems totally acceptable. Once again, just if it's a 1 and a 2, even if the 1 and the 2 aren't great, I'm snapping it off. Might have to... This is white-green. They chose not to use that ability. I'm tempted to make him use a trick and then Serum Snare, but the problem with that is I have to, shoot. Okay, I've decided I'm going to attack because I'm happy with this trade. And because I wasn't going to block if they attack me, basically. I like removing 2s. It's fine. Actual nothing. Okay. Deal. Deal. They might have charge of the mites. That would be kind of the one explanation. They could be super flooded, of course. But they kept this hand, so probably not that flooded. Yep. No attack, Mantis. Just fascinating. We don't really have any good blocks in the Mantis. That's kind of how Mantis works. I'm gonna play Throttling Bird, just pass, not do much, because I really want this to increase this number. Chimney Rabble is a way to deal with Mantis. Could also just bounce it with Serum Snare by next turn. In general, versus this deck that wanted to charge the mites for mites, I am not super afraid of dying to damage, although 5 power attacker is easy way to die to damage. Hover wings. That's also an easy way to die damage. Don't like that. I'm going to remove their flyer. Or, I guess I'm removing the token. This thing is their flyer, really. And we are probably having the scent turned on very quickly. But we are going to take a whole bunch of damage, so we're going to have to find another answer. And I'm not sure what the answer is going to be. Can we race? Maybe? It's not out of the question. It's definitely not out of the question. But we'll have to have some kind of interaction. Spore Stinger doesn't do anything except pump the Mantis. And that just does not change the clock. Unless they have a trick. Well, maybe we're just chumping it next turn. Anyways. My turn. Facade. What does that do? That Facade's pump synthesizer. So we are going to play the Facade. These two attacks seem fine. We're going to have to activate this engraver. And in fact, I probably should have done that last turn. So we're definitely not on track for winning the race. But attacking for 7 is nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to complain about. This is an interesting position. So let's see how quickly this see how quickly this resolves. See if we get any hints about if the opponent has any tricks. That's not enough of a hint. The thing is, this represents more damage if they let me hit him. So it's not obvious what I should do. If we go to 2 here, also we can shove next turn and deal more. I'm going to take it. Just crossing my fingers. Does it work? Maybe. Oh no, Incisor Glider. Oh no, Planar Disruption. I think they actually could have done better than that one. I'm going to cast Curiosity here. The best thing we could draw is probably... I'm using the Facade. I know I could use this to put a counter on the Chimney Rabble and prevent it from getting double blocked. But we might draw a blue card that we want to cast. That would be a little too good to pass up. Bam. That's a good one. Here's the Shrapnel Slinger. Let's sack... Am I supposed to sack Disruption? I already used Serum Snare. Yeah, so I'm going to sack this guy who's already been disrupted. Blow up your Hover Wings. And I definitely should have done that after combat. But I didn't because I'm kind of dumb. Because they might actually trade if they don't think the Incisor Glider is relevant. This one kind of forces them to realize that the Incisor Glider is actually extremely relevant. That was a pretty big punt. Also, this is just barely enough blockers to not die. I'm going to not chump here, so I lose to Pump Spell. They, once again, don't have a Pump Spell. Thankfully, they have not really dealt any damage to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to have to chump. I think I want to put the counter on Shrapnel Slinger. Even though this sounds dumb, just so I have another thing that can attack for lethal, potentially. I think I want to use this engraver. We can make a goblin if we do this, so we're not losing too much. Okay, so I can activate this. What Facade can do, that I've just realized now that I should have realized last turn, is I can put a counter on this Thrumming Bird so I can block Incisor Glider. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers for the ground guys, and we're dead of their removal for the air guy. So I think that means Sharpening Slinger gets in. See if you block. Wow. I'm kind of amazed they let me do that, but okay. Please don't kill me. Did I miss a chance to do this last turn? I'm not sure. Please don't kill me. Please don't. Please no. Please leave me alone. Okay. So if we attack with everything, they can block the biggest thing with this guy. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think I have to put it on the Acre Plate, so they block the biggest thing and take... No, but they can block like this. So I'm going to put the counter on Acre Plate, because this enables an attack I didn't have before. That's great. And I could use this aggressively, so I could slam with everything. They go block, block. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... If they take a conservative block, like this and this, they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, they can't even block like that. They probably don't have anything because they didn't have a trick, and there's not really any instant speed life gain. For example, if they had like any removal spell, they would have removed the Thrumming Bird and the game would be over. So here they're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And got him. Holy crap. That was... that was intense. Okay. Moving on. Maybe I'm just not used to playing the control-y decks. Like, this is just... a little too reactive compared to what I usually do. I usually do the big dumb red things or the tiny fast white things. And this hand, this deck rather demands a little more subtlety. I am going to play Shrapnel Slinger on 2, so I can Retrofitter turn to a 4/4 on turn 3, because there doesn't seem to be anything else for this hand to do with Retrofitter. Planar Disruption on the Fuseling. Seems a little premature. Take 4. Queuing against a bronze ranked opponent again. I don't understand why I'm having difficulty matching up against high ranked opponents. Are they just like... They're probably all playing the Innistrad format, I suppose. I will not be blocking if the opponent is attacking. I think my ability to attack is much more important than not taking 1 poison. Yeah, please do this. Opponent has, in fact, decided not to do that. Here, I think I'm going to attack with just the Slinger and see if they double block. If they do, cast Full Charge, and it's kind of a disaster for them. Jumping. I'm going to play these both engravers. Main purpose of this is to pump up the cackler. It's a lot of potential damage here. So we're going to untap here and do some math. If we attack with everything, we have 1, 2, 3 things with counters. So this cackler is going to have 5 power. So they can prevent the maximum amount of damage by going chump here and block here, take 1 trample, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and then volt charge their face is 6, 7, 8. But in that case, they're going to 3, but kind of losing a lot of stuff. If they switch the order of these blockers, they get the added benefit that they've killed the slinger, but they take just 2 more points of trample damage. I could augury first. No, augury doesn't actually help. I could also volt charge the Hive Master. Because this Hive Master is... No, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just going to attack with everybody and see how they block. Because if they don't play around Volt Charge, which they would have to play around that specifically, they are going to die. They're going to take here 5, 6, 7... Okay, I see I didn't consider this a possibility. They're going to go to 1. Ooh, Serum Snare. Is that good here? I can snare the Paladin. I don't think I want to snare the Paladin. I think I just want to be patient. Because I just have a bunch of other options, including snaring the Planar Disruption. That seems like it gets more damage in the long run. Opponent can deal 3 damage. If they want to, I don't think I really mind. What's the scariest thing they could do here? Like if they play Vivisection Evangelist, this is just fine, right? Right? This is fine. We're going to Serum Snare this Planar Disruption. Proliferate. Go to combat. Here's my 6 power Trampler. And this game. Okay, that's 6. One more. Here is the final game. Alright, we have an appropriately high-leveled final boss here. Sand seems totally fine. Not perfect, but we get to curve a 2 with both colors of mana, 4 lands to hit this rabble. We'll be fine. That is probably better than whatever I was going to do before. Playing out the island in case I draw a tap land. Okay. Could be worse than Disruption on my 2. That suggests to me either they have a whole lot of removal or they have a very slow hand and don't want to take 3. Yeah, I think it's the slowness part. No 2-drop into Eye of Malkador. I mean, if I had a 2, if I were them, I would have just played the 2. Tried to block. I don't think there's really any 2 that wouldn't have been better to have on the board. Okay. Sigh. So we all know what this means. This means Chrome Prowler's coming. I think my plan here... No, I don't want to tap like that. Which thing do I need to resolve the most? Yeah, probably is this Flamestoker, actually. I'm just thinking what's going to happen if they have the deal 2. They obviously have something, and it's almost assuredly Chrome Prowler. Let's try this way. They're letting me do it, because this is going to be... Ah, shoot, I thought this was going to have 4 attack. Flamestroker doesn't enter with counters. So here we get to attack 4, so if they have Chrome Prowler, they can trade, but they can trade anyways, and this way it doesn't just get eaten by the Eye of Malkador. So I assume they either have that or Charge of Mites to make surprise artifacts and animate the Eye. Is that? Yep, there we go. There's the Prowler. Surprise, by which I mean not remotely surprising. They chose to block with the Chrome Prowler, which is very interesting because, well, given that they didn't attack me with the Eye, I thought maybe they would give up on racing. Doesn't seem to be the case. I can't kill that, so I'm just gonna let that happen. I was hoping I would be able to play the Strider. Turns out no. I will have to settle for Augury. Retrofitter and Chimera. I'll take Chimera. I like flying. Proliferate 3 times. We can tap out here to deal 1 more damage. And I'm also afraid of, I'm thinking if I should attack with this guy. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. I could even throw in this Graver. Yeah, let's just do it. If they don't trade for a Cackler, they're taking 8. And that seems like... It seems like it would be a risky thing to do. Okay, they're going for risky. Or maybe not. Cautious or risky? You decide. Well, I'm making them think, so good enough. Bam. We just attack for 3 extra damage by being Getsy. Feels good. Okay, so there's a Sentry. Sentry is only a 3/5. Take 4? Sure, I'll take 4. I don't really like taking the 4, but I can't really stop that from happening. Serum Snare. So I could snare and bounce like the Sentry. I believe I'm supposed to wait 1 turn. Because if I wait 1 turn, I can get 2 counters from this and then 1 from this and activate. That sounds a little too good to pass up. I can, if the Duelist comes in, I can just toss Engraver in front of it. If the Eye of Malkador comes in, oof, that's a little frustrating. Transplant Theorist, so they get to, that's a buff on the Sentry, they get to animate the Eye, but they're out of cards. So I believe I will just chump the Eye and kind of ignore everything else that's going on. It will be tempting to Serum Snare back this Chimera, but that is also just probably incredibly slow. I think I'm going to Furnace Strider. Would you like to take 4? Sort of guessing you wouldn't. I think I was correct. Makes sense. So if we can, get a chomp out of them, that decreases the clock by a whole turn. I guess we are dead to Complete Devotion. unlikely to have complete devotion, but, you know, good to cover your bases. Don't kill me. Okay, good. Nothing. Can I untap? I can. Okay. Can I activate Engraver? Do I even want to, or do I want to act? No, I think I want to do this. They have something. What could this be? Ooh. Okay, that's funky. Let's go serums now in the Sentry. Pretty sure there aren't any flash artifacts for 2 mana. Pretty sure they all cost 3. So that goes away. Got rid of their several mana worth of equipping. We could attach a Batter Fist. Let's attach the Batter Fist. In comes Furnace Strider. They're taking 5. Oh boy, this is exciting. I'm going to put an oil counter on the Flame Stoker. Just kind of, let's make that guy go off faster. What do you have? Opponent has something? Nothing? I'm pretty confused. Now they might have like the counterless, once you pay 2. If they had to anticipate, they would have used it. Definitely don't have a combat trick. Unless it's the 1 mana aura for some reason. That would be a little odd. So with the discard. What is it? It's a land. I'm gonna have to Basilica Skull Bomb. I'm really gonna have to think here if I want to activate Engraver, discard Koth. The problem with Koth is it deals 2 damage, which doesn't kill any of these things. And I have to block and think this is the better block. Do I want to activate? So we have to deal 3 damage. And we're dead if we pass the turn because the Skull Bomb is just going to give something flying. So plussing Koth is not good. Yeah, I think we actually have to discard the Koth. Okay. Maybe have we used Volt Charge already? We haven't. That would be a good draw. I would like to draw Volt Charge. That would be kind of a good draw. Cost 3 mana to use the Flame Stoker. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to do this here. Because like 1 removal spell is not going to do it. We need a removal spell and a creature. And we can spend 3 mana on this, or we can spend 3 mana on Curiosity. This seems better. I'd rather draw 4 cards than 3, and the 1/2 does not matter. We hit a Mobilizer? But it's too slow. It is just too slow. I've realized I have forgotten about the Engraver, and I can activate Engraver. Alright, one last try. Can we have it? Please? That doesn't do it. Alright. We have been defeated. So that was a close ending, but we had a lot of close games here. GG opponent. Was this deck good? It had I wish it had a little, like, slightly better curve. I wish I had more of the I mean, part of me makes me feel like I wish I had more of the top end threats, because every time I drew one of these, like, 4 cards here, I slammed it on the board. Nothing else mattered. But I also really liked how easily we were, like, drawing cards, these engravers with the Endless Oil, the 2 Auguries, the Flamestoker, the Distorted Curiosity. All that was great. Overall, Blue-Red, not one of the best decks in the format, but definitely can win games and is extremely fun. Recommend. Until next time, see you later.